I'm inviting you to follow this journey long before you actually go to bed for sleep. Let's say if you sleep at 10, then maybe around 8 you can start retreating from all your daily actions and tasks and communication. And then when you are in bed, follow this journey. And by the end of it, you might be already falling asleep, or you might want to go to toilet or brush your teeth. Whatever you do after this journey, try to make it short and simple so you can preserve your state and slip into the dreaming exactly in this condition. I would like you to experience and experiment with new attitude towards your bedtime. Perhaps you won't be following this routine every day, so it's good to start at least once a week and then see if your body will naturally crave to increase such flow. Before we dive into the physical world under your skin, I want to share something. Our modern human perception of resting and sleeping is quite distorted and misused. Many of us understand resting time by engaging into some kind of activity and call it me time. It can be reading a book or watching something, and for others, more intense like alcohol or eating. And it gives a sense of relaxation and separation from daily social reality. However, such activities have opposite effect on the body. Nervous system has to mobilize its energy into focus on details like screens or texts and activate digestion perhaps. And the mind gets filled up with information that body doesn't actually need at this time of the day. And for many, this has become so-called ritual, which is actually an addiction. So, moving forward, let us label this time of preparation to bed as transition. It's a bridge where all day activities, sensory stimulation, high thinking levels, and intensity of emotions can start subsiding and neutralizing. Because all of these actions serve your external environment. But here's the question: what gives you energy to go through the day? It's your internal resources. So, this transition is a time when you let go of outer so your inner can be rebalanced and find its natural harmony so it can supply you tomorrow. Because without this source of vitality, all your external achievements and values don't mean a thing. And your physical body will be your main helping instrument in this process. So, first, please sit up for this work with upright back, leaning on your bed, wall, or comfy sofa, because it's not time to be horizontal yet. Get comfy and warm and close your eyes. And now become physically aware of all the joints in the body. Let's sense them. Toes, ankles, feel your knees, big hip joints, scan through all the joints of vertebrae in your spine. Slowly arriving towards the neck. Feel the joints in the knuckles of your fingers, your wrists, your elbows, shoulders, and now feel all these joints in your body together. And just think of them in this new perception. I mentioned such words as transition and bridge. The joints in your body manifest this transition. It's where one part connects to the other. And interestingly, that throughout the day, it's our joints that really get tired of all the pressure, physical and mental. So start thinking that you would like to give a moment of gratitude and relaxation to all these little transitions and bridges in your body. Relax all your joints. Now, in this more relaxed body, use your inward sensitivity to notice the echoes of this day, as if this day has left some traces. And they feel somatically, physically, maybe a pressure or tingling, whatever that is. Notice them neutrally without any judgments. Hold yourself from dropping into the stories of the day, events and situations. Your purpose here is to feel this residue in the body. It's a great way to exercise how you can differentiate between the physical phenomena in your body and the mental emotional. This will help you in daily life to have a grounded clarity in any situation. So use this right now. Once you feel it, look at it as if it's a dust left after the day. You're not picking up this dust. You're not trying to clean it. You're not engaging with it. It served its purpose, and now even this dust residue of the day has right to be left alone, to rest in peace. Now, as you are aware of this residue, acknowledge that it's not actually innate part of the body. Feel it somatically as I'm speaking. Because there is always this new dust that every day brings. It lays on the surface. You can feel it. Sometimes it's comfortable, sometimes not. Then it changes. But what stays? It's the inner body, underneath this layer of the dust. So drop deeper to feel only that part of the body that is constant, fundamental, and always present. And is never impacted by these daily external fluctuations. Let's discover it together, somatically. Acknowledge the difference between these two qualities of the body. First is the superficial, where there is this residue of daily reactions floating. And it's very wired to the emotional mind. And yes, you can feel it in the body. And now this second deeper layer of the body, feel its presence and how it's different. In terms of sensations. For the sake of simplicity, we can now refer to these two levels of the body as the shell and the core. And it feels like none of them have very specific physical borders. You cannot point to which system or organ exactly it belongs. As if both are subtle fields and energetic phenomena rising in the space of your body. At this point, you know it's real. So invite your inner trust as we go in further and deeper. This trust is not a mental thought. It's not an emotion. It's actually a tangible decision that you make. It's a willpower that you take in your hands. As we move forward, you have to acknowledge that it's not me guiding you and making this journey effective for you. It's you and your abilities. And the trust here is the element that is going to open up those aspects of your inner self that are longing to meet you. Let's dive deeper for a better comparison and learning the details of your body. You are going to position yourself only inside the shell. By positioning yourself, I mean fully focus only on the shell. Imagine as if you are inside of its space. And being inside of it, it is easier for you to listen to its subtleties. Sensations, the stories. What are they on a micro level? Among everything that you are discovering here, you can distinguish what belongs and what doesn't. What are your native innate elements of the shell? Sounds, feelings, ideas. And which elements of the shell are foreign invaders from external world? Neutral, curious observer. And acknowledge, how does it feel for you to be here? How these dynamics impact you? Does it have any influence on you? You will understand by acknowledging your reactions. When you and if you find reactions, yes, they exist. You do not deny or avoid them. But you are also not them. You are the one who is observing them from an objective point. And this is how you validate all of this in a peaceful way. That's it. Now leave it as it is. There is nothing to do with it, but give it peace and let yourself go. Zoom out and return to whole body awareness for a moment to reset. take a couple of simple breaths. At this point of this guided journey, your natural abilities to connect with the body is becoming stronger and more clear. And let your wise mind be magnetized into the core of the body. You are bypassing the shell layer and entering the space of the core. Move fully into the center of the core, as if it's a room. Usually, in external life, when you walk into a new space, you automatically start looking around, checking out the design, feeling the vibe. So can you please do the same? The form, the shape of it. The light or the dark. Feel the ground under your feet. Listen to the subtle phenomena of the core. Does it feel like the core is less impacted by the noise residue of the day? Does it feel like this core is more you, yourself? You are inside of a living being. Who knows that you are here? And who has been waiting when you will invite yourself in. Now I am offering you to come to the center of this space and lay down on the ground. Let your own natural breath find your body. Notice I'm not asking you to find your breath. Instead, let the breath find you. This way you are not putting effort, not interfering in the natural flow. Because the breath is the most knowledgeable aspect of you. It is the inspiration of your body. You inspire, then you expire. Inhale and exhale. This breathing spirit knows how to flow through your lungs, cells, and fluids. Your role is to receive it without standing on its way. Take a moment to feel how this living spirit flows in and out of you. And remember where you are all the time, because the core and the spirit of your breath are connected. So observe all these phenomena, feel them together. Now, when you are receptive and relaxed, I want to invite an energy that represents deep restorative ability, complete softness, and rest. It's an energy of a cat. Visualize your own version of a cat who is the embodiment of softness and peace. She enters the space of your core, look at her. It's not an ordinary cat. Let the mind be quiet and step back, and instead let the cat phenomena show up to you the way she wants. In her own size, color of the fur, color of her eyes, feel how she moves, her cotton-like paws on the ground of your core. And because it's your core, you can sense her through this ground. It's like this core is the transmitter between you two. Her gentle steps, movement, and breath she comes and sits next to you. Feel her presence even louder. As if she has this special feline aura that is subtle touching you. The mind is quiet and calm. She is sitting looking at you with these deep eyes that are gently communicating something. What are they expressing? Receive it. Everything that is occurring in this space with you, receive it as a gift. And the way to receive things as gift means to take them without holding yourself back, without hesitation, as if you earned it and now you own it. And you will use it fully. This is the definition of gratitude in action, without external words. Out of the cat's own body, there is a deep, tangible purring. Like an eruption of peace and joy, gently radiating towards you and all around. Join your senses and feelings to fully grasp this purring vibration. These waves of sound are able to touch and caress everything they reach. Take a moment and listen to it. Where listening means you absorb it like a sponge with your energy body, head, skin, torso, limbs, hair, everything. Purring of a cat is a special ability they have. It's an internal mechanism of vibration that restores, repairs, and relaxes. This is how they balance and ground themselves. It also has healing properties. Which organ of cats do you think produces this purring? Maybe automatically you would think it's vocal cords, but actually it is inside of the brain. It's called infundibulum, and it is part of pituitary gland. Infundibulum in Latin means a funnel, pouring in. This information will allow you to perceive this purring mechanism on a deeper level. Feel how this is pouring out of cat's pituitary gland through her brain, then spine, through all her body, and outside all around, as if she is a radio that is producing this acoustic vibration. Feel it and see it. See the waves and even see her pituitary gland. The more you are perceiving it, the more you are receiving it. Stronger and louder, and it softens you deeper. This radiation of purr fills up the whole space of your core. And continues radiating outwards beyond. Slowly, like a lava, energy continues spreading until it reaches the shell. Filling up the shell on a microscopic level, regulating, balancing, and softening. The shell is receiving this inward impact so gladly, like it was hungry for this nectar. The shell is drinking this purring of the cat, and all that noise of the day gets transformed, recycled. And this is how you deal with it. Instead of analyzing it, judging, and trying to get rid of it yourself, where emotions can take over, you only invite energy of light and peace to do its work, while you remain a neutral receiver and transmitter. Neutral means empty. Empty means free. Let's give this a moment. These waves of cat's radiation, they know what to do, where to go. The core and the shell also know what to do. And they are not the limits. You just lay down there in the center of the core together with the cat resting next to you, and feel how these waves are spreading further and further, filling up every single cell in your energy body, and you feel it with your physical body. The cat is laying next to you, and now she is feeling like she is welcomed to explore a deeper connection with you. Gently with her soft paws, she steps on your chest, lays down, and curls up right there on your chest. And it's not that she trusts you more for such intimate contact. It's that she feels that you started trusting your own self and this body more. And this naturally lets her to step to next level of this inner work with you. Feel the weight of this purring, fluffy ball on your chest. Warm, cozy, feels like home. Her weight is both light like feather and grounded and centered at the same time. Her purring center in the brain, it feels like it's becoming softer and shifting through her body down into your chest. Deeper, melting in, merging with your chest. And now, as if it's your chest producing this vibration. Listen to it internally with your chest and feel it. In the depth of your chest, there is a place between the upper parts of the lungs. It's a tube, trachea, through which the breath is traveling. That part where trachea goes down from your throat through the chest and branches out into two parts to connect to each lung. Feel this part where the trachea divides into two. This is the epicenter of the purring vibration, radiating, sending ripples of this vibration outwards into the whole chest. And right here, in this spot, there is an organ that sits right on top of the branching out trachea. This is thymus. Use your awareness to feel this organ and to shift the production of purring vibration to occupy the space of thymus. It's an extraordinary organ. It belongs to immunity system and at the same time to endocrine system. It produces cells that repel toxic influence in your body. And also, it is related to cardiovascular, as it is linked to the heart organ through connective tissues. The heart is right below. Thymus was mostly active when you were a child. That's why children are so active, healthy, and joyful. Their immunity is naturally repaired and protected in the most natural and simple way. And cat's purring ability is right here in thymus to bring this somatic memory of the inner child. This memory does not mean that you need to dwell and remember your childhood events. It's not a mental, emotional memory. It's rather somatic memory of the organ itself. It's like a data that is embedded in the cells of thymus, and this rolling, erupting sound of the purring, the vibration, trembles the cells of the thymus to awaken this data and activate it so the purring ripples can take it and spread it in your chest. It's the tangible elements of inner joy and lightness. Breathe with more ease here. Because breath is passing and washing itself inside of the thymus and the purring before it fills up the lungs. The weight of the cat body on your chest becomes softer and softer, more subtle. She starts melting like ethereal wax into your chest. She merges down with your body and becomes one with the purring thymus. It's you now. You are the cat. You are the purr. You are the breath. You are the core. And you are the shell. Dwell here. Thymus knows what to do. Your processing center, the brain, starts picking up this vibration in the chest. Pulls it up into your own pituitary gland. Now you have two endocrine organs in direct communication and exchange. Thymus and pituitary gland, sitting exactly in the middle line. Feel these physical organs in your body at the same time. And the purring waves is how they communicate. Rolling from the chest up to the head, and it's now synchronizing with the rhythm of your heartbeat. Rhythmic communication, pulsating, flowing from your thymus to the brain. It is filling up the whole brain, the central nervous system, down into the stem of the brain, funnels down into the spinal cord, crawls in every millimeter down of the spinal cord, from here the waves of purring are spreading in the rhythm of your heartbeat, slowly, wave by wave, into peripheral nervous system. It's those nerves that branch out from the vertebrae spaces between every disc. Feel this rhythm of purr in every section of the spine, to lower back, sacrum, and tailbone. Funneling this energy pulsation into every organ vessel. The purring is like a liquid sound vibration communicating through this web of light and energy, electricity, vitality. It reaches all the way down to the pelvic floor, and the sciatic nerve receives and funnels this pulsation down to legs, hips, thighs, knees, ankles, feet, and toes. This is now a whole body resonance, communication, and expansion. The wave effect allows you to unite everything in the body, and so you can lose the sense of the borderlines where one organ starts and the other ends, because now it doesn't matter. All there is only pure waves of vibration. And turning you into this liquid, energetic ocean. Breathing, pulsating, the ripples do not stop. There is no limit to how far they can expand. Filling up your whole space around your physical body and beyond. A magnetic field of resonating, purring vibration, moving with the beat of your heart. Creating you the most peaceful and safe transition into the world of dreaming. And the way you arrive there, the state you are in right now, allows you to be received by your inner resources on that side. Catch you and hold you like in a cradle of your own abilities, where your subconscious, conscious, and unconscious self can merge into a trustful union and together learn. Pull out unnecessary data from your own archive. That data that can be downloaded into your soft body while your mind is resting. This is how you are able to remember on a physiological level certain abilities and skills which will allow you to wake up filled up with this potency from your own source. Keep sending out that feline purring resonance from your thymus all the way through the nervous system into organs, into skin and beyond. There is nothing else to do but just dwelling, wise ocean. Stay here as long as you need. And you have a choice to fall asleep right inside of this practice. I'm going to step back and give you full space for your own intimate transition.